So, what shall we do in the meantime until we obtain the wondrous wisdom? That it cannot be called wisdom unless it carries the name of freedom. For every person, if what they learn does not bring them freedom, then why does he need this wisdom and knowledge? For what? It should only be called wisdom when it grants a person more freedom, more liberty. And what is freedom? When one governs himself. So, what should we do in the meantime until we truly obtain this wisdom? We must strive in even the smallest things to show that the soul truly desires it. We have to stop talking about the past, about what happened even a second ago. This and that happened, and I was terrified, and what comes next, and they caused me terrible trouble, and I had an awful time, and my past, my father, my mother, my upbringing, and how I was raised, and what that friend did to me, and what did that person do to me. We must train the soul as preparation for this wisdom, not to cling to it, to get rid of it. Get rid of it. And what naturally remains when we get rid of it? What remains is what we have learned and what has made us wiser. But there's no need to talk about the past. There is no reason, no point to talk about the past, and we don't have time for it. Now that we are living within a one-way timeline, we have to stop accumulating junk in the soul. The weight it places on the soul may seem like mere junk, but these are weights the soul cannot carry. A person carries with them and accumulates all kinds of things and events from the past. They did this to me and hurt me and took from me and stole from me, and what will happen in the next second, the uncertainty. Every day, the moment a person gets up in the morning, he should run to the drawer where we store our garbage bags, open a bag quickly, even before we open our eyes, throw it all in the trash, everything up until today, to nullify. What does nullifying really mean? It's, you are my son, today I have begotten you. I continue from this moment on, and I don't carry with me all kinds of occurrences which weigh so heavily on the soul. Because, for example, a person who feels emotions, if we compare it, let's say, to a computer, a hard disk, or storage space, then all our thoughts, our emotions, carry an immense weight, far greater than something physical like a computer. So, if a person remembers events and still feels some emotions about them, he is carrying around an enormous weight that the soul cannot bear. For a person is essentially moving forward every single second and collecting events throughout life, and things will always happen to him. He goes forward each and every day. Why does a person really grow old? Because he carries more things from the days before, and we must believe it deeply within our hearts. Do you want to live a life of eternity? And it truly exists, as it is clearly written at the very beginning of Genesis. And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. The key exists, and our sage comes to reveal what the Bible initiated after midnight time in the world. So what do we do until we reach the wisdom and acquire it? To start getting used to not clinging to anything, not holding on to anything at all. If it exists, it exists. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Do not cling to the good and do not cling to the bad. Do not hold on to the anxieties you had just a second ago. Let go of what happened to you a second ago. Not clinging to anything, not to the wall on the right, not to the wall on the left. This isn't about good or bad. Even clinging to the good, you are carrying a burden that keeps you from starting fresh, as if you return to a state of being like an infant every moment, going back. So this is similar to a person who, let's say, sees a huge plot of land and God has helped him and he has capital and he wants to build on the plot, to build towers and so on, until he does it and brings all the architects and so on. In the meantime, he starts pulling out the wild weeds that have grown on the plot that he purchased. In the same way, a person every day, every minute, will start clearing away the weeds that stand in his way to reach the other side. Enough with carrying around things that happened, and it's a waste of energy to talk about them. It won't happen again. It was only so that you would choose whether to throw it away or take it forward with you. Truly, it's a waste of our time. Time that we no longer have. We should stop clinging too much, and also not cling at all. It needs to be in the middle. Always walk between the two magnets. Don't cling to the left and don't cling to the right. And every minute, just let go of the minute that came before. It no longer belongs. Because in the eternal existence, where God's name is constantly being renewed, every moment is I am available for being, meaning I am preparing my soul to come into being right now. In the next second, same thing. But this is very difficult for us today to take in and comprehend. So it's enough for a person to do this once a week, once a day at night. That's the whole secret of nullification, because it is impossible to merit walking on the other side of time without nullifying the other side. It is impossible, because if you haven't nullified it, whatever we haven't nullified will continue anyway to go in a one-way direction. What blocks us? Let's say everything that is our opposite and we don't get along with, forces us to move in a one-way direction. However, if you get along with your opposite side, you nullify yourself, and by doing so you gain the ability to move in both directions. There is nothing beyond the nullification. May we merit it, please God.